I'm joined here today by the Bellator bantamweight champion Darrion Caldwell, set to fight Noad Lahat at Bellator 204. Darrion, how are you today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just getting done practice. First workout of the day. Just recovering now. Just playing some 2K for a little bit.
Yeah,
About
for
to take
sure.
it back and then go ahead and get back to the grind.
For sure. So, like you mentioned, you are set to fight Noad Lahat. What are your thoughts on him heading into this fight?
He's a typical 45er in Bellator. He's strong. He throws a lot of volume. He's good on the ground. So I'm gonna expect a war. I'm gonna go out there and give him a show.
And how do you think you match up with him?
I match up well. I think he's pretty slow. He's a little on the slow side. And I don't think he has explosiveness. I think it's gonna be a good night for me, August 17th.
And I know one of the interesting points of this fight is it is taking place at 145. Why is it taking place at featherweight?
Well, to be honest, guys don't want to fight, at 135. We offered McBurger to fight. He decided not to take it, take another fight the same night that I'm fighting against another guy, but that's here nor there. But, I want to test myself. Right now the guys at 35 aren't testing me. My last fight, ended, under 2 minutes, so I think it's time to go up and test myself. I'm still the champ at 35. That's not going anywhere, but it's time to get some more accolades with these 45ers.
And so, of course, with the weight cut going to 145, your camp, you're not going to have to cut 10 extra pounds. Do you think that's going to be a big factor for you? Is it going to be easier?
Yeah, it's going to be easier, I'm used to, wrestling up, when I was coming up in high school and even grade school, college, wrestling at 49. So that's right up my alley. 145 is perfect weight for me.
And so, are you bothered by the fact that you can't defend your title for this fight, or is that just is it just another fight for you?
I'm not really bothered, because the 135-pound division is a division that they started to grow a little bit later, so it's still fresh. We're still trying to get that thing rolling. So right now those guys are playing catch up. It's obvious I'm ahead of these guys right now, so we're just going to continue to grind, get better, and go up and fight some more competition,
And so, as you mentioned earlier, I guess a fight with McBurger, James Gallagher, I think he called you out today on Twitter, man. What's going on with that one exactly?
Yeah, I don't know. He's running around with the belt, mocking it, You got to understand, people really sacrifice, a lot for those belts, And if you're not willing to fight me at 135 or Pitbull at 145, you got to stop, or you're going to get stopped, And eventually, you're going to run into me and the talk going to stop.
And so, your last fight, obviously, was very quick. You got the first round submission. What do you think went right for you in the fight?
It was an extensive camp. I was grinding hard, from the time I won the belt since, that March. So for me, I just was, ready for that fight. I stayed on the ball, But again, it's the same thing. Leandro, he's no different than any of these other 35ers, And as long as I continue to train and get better, it's going to stay the same.
And so, did you expect the fight to go that way? Obviously, fighters always mention first round finish, but did you see the fight going down the way that it did?
Nah, honestly, I was a little bit disappointed with the outcome of the fight. I expected him to put up a little bit more of a fight, maybe test me a little bit, I don't want fans to walk away from a fight like, oh yeah, Darrion Caldwell, we know he's that dude, I want fans to walk away from like, damn, did you see that? Darrion Caldwell, he that dude. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, we already know him that dude. Like, realistically, in this MMA world, like, when it comes to fight, I'm going to come scrap, I'm going to come win the fight, But when am I going to put on that performance that make you walk away like, damn, okay, there it goes. Like, that's what we've been waiting on, So Until then, I'm gonna just keep grinding. It's gonna we're picking away. It's not far off. August 17th, I'm gonna put on the show.
And so you are on a 3-fight winning streak. Obviously, it's been very dominant for you. What do you think's been the key for you to rack up all these wins in a row?
Staying diligent. To the training. It's day in and day out. Nothing's changed. From when I was a kid till now. So just keep applying pressure for real.
And so, about 2 years ago, you suffered your first career loss, and obviously you've bounced back very well. How were you able to bounce back and not let it affect you too much?
Well, this is a sport where mishaps happen. It's so many ways to win, so many ways to, finish somebody or cut somebody. So, and same on the other hand. So, anytime you're playing this game, you gotta be ready for something like that to happen. So I had to go back to the drawing board, and make changes. I came to Alliance and, got the ball rolling here, and we've just been moving forward.
And obviously the fact that you are moving up to featherweight, being that you're already a champion at 135, the talk is going to be of potential featherweight belt and being a double champion. Are you looking to get in a featherweight title fight anytime soon?
Of course I am. Pitbull's got something that I want, and I'm not going to stop until I get it.
And so obviously your current fight was announced not too long ago. Have you had a chance to start your camp yet, or is that still something that you're planning for in the future?
Yeah, I started camp. Camp for me is usually anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks. So camp has started, and look for a good performance August 17th.
And are you one of those people that you kind of watch your opponent's fights, or do you just kind of let your coaches do that?
I let my coaches do it. Honestly, I know who he is. I've seen him fight a few times without knowing, obviously, that I was going to fight him eventually. But I know him as a fighter. I've seen him fight. So look for me to really stand up that fight. I don't think I'm going to want to take this guy down. I don't really see what he. I don't really see him having anything on his feet for me. So.
And are you going to have to cut any weight at all for this fight? Obviously, 10 pounds less. That is a big deal. Are you expecting any kind of cut or something like that?
Well, I'm still cutting a little bit of weight. Either way, I gotta cut some weight. So I'll be shedding those pounds off.
All right. Now, obviously, your camp, I'm sure it's still getting formed and everything. Do you have an idea what it's going to consist of, or is this just going to be like any other camp for you?
Well, obviously, we got to add a little bit more lifting, because when you're jumping up, that if the stronger you are, and it's not about building muscle, just getting stronger. That's going to play into me having more stamina. So got to be able to get stronger this camp. More explosive, and just do what I normally do.
All right, and I just have one more question for you, and obviously one of the most important questions. How do you see this fight playing out come August?
I see me knocking this guy out, knocking him out TKO or taking his back and submitting him.